Elise?
So Dennis Rodman gave this interview to
It's been a
this.
while since we talked about Dennis Rodman.
Yeah, he gave this interview to this magazine. I think it's called Du Jour or something. So he was asked if he ever asked the U.S. government for support in organizing his trip, and he said that 6 months ago he reached out to the U.S. government and said, you know, you should please help me. I wish you would take advantage of the situation that I have instead of ridiculing me. And he said that they never got back to him, so he let it go.
To my knowledge, that is not true. I will triple and quadruple check. To my knowledge, we've certainly never had any contact with him. I'll check and see if he reached out. But to my knowledge, we've had no contact with him.
But I mean, what was, you know, just to go back a little bit, like what was the problem with him and his trip? Was it that you don't think of him as a credible person to be sending a positive message to North Korea?
I would stop after the word person, probably. That I don't think he's a credible person. Look, he's not a representative of the United States government. We have mechanisms in place to talk to North Koreans.
I understand, but there are other private individuals that go to North Korea, whether it's Jimmy Carter.
Please do not put Dennis Rodman in the same
I'm
category
not,
as Jimmy Carter.
Okay, well then you're talking about this person.
Yes.
I'm not.
Yes.
Rodman was a good
He's a former president, Dennis Rodman. I'm not talking about. You're making a distinction between the type of individual.
Yes.
There are plenty of private individuals that go to North Korea, and you give them briefings, and you talk to them, and you say, listen, you're going as a private individual, but if you're going, it would be helpful if you would send a positive message to North Korea. And there is some kind of communication. And all I'm asking is, did you kind of write him off because you think he's a bit of a buffoon and not someone that you wanted to be associated with?
Yes, but I don't know if that means he reached out and we didn't get back to him.
Okay.
So let me check on that. Yes.
Okay.